The United Stands on tour, supported by Wash and Go. And, I think it's important to say that sometimes. Chelsea have decided against signing Cristiano Ronaldo. So this was a brief, just very, very quickly, and I will be brief on this. This was a brief. I was told about this at about 9 o'clock this morning, and I thought it was really weird. I'd love to tell you who told me about it, but I don't know whether they're allowed to. So at 9 o'clock this morning, I got a message from somebody saying that there's meant to be a story coming out at midday that Chelsea have declined to sign Ronaldo, and I thought that's really weird. And then at midday, and I think I mentioned it on the morning show as well. So but at midday, everybody said that Chelsea declined Ronaldo. So Ronaldo, Romano said it, a load of other people said it. So that was embargoed or something like that. That was actually a brief that Ronaldo had been declined by Chelsea. So we can take that, and the positive is we can take it as read, because it's very weird. But it was definitely, so many journalists mentioned it at midday. It was definitely a brief. So look, it's up to Chelsea. I'm very pleased. I think that Ronaldo at Chelsea would, as I've said, be brilliant. He'd score a lot of goals, and Chelsea are missing a striker like that. But I'm glad they don't want him, because I want him to stay at United. And also, if he does leave United, I don't want him in the Premier League. So I think the only place he could have gone to was Chelsea. So the fact is that Cristiano Ronaldo will be in the Premier League with Man United next season, or he'll be elsewhere. Donato says, ignore the hate, Mark. These shows get me through my work days every single day. We appreciate the work you put in. Hey, it's a two-way street, Donato, so thank you very much. Mark, can't believe Ronaldo would have gone down this road unless he had been advised that there were other clubs after him, hoping he's going to stay, says Ronald. We need a cultural reset, one marquee signing. We are trusting a single player to turn our team around. I think that's an interesting observation, Andrew, and we've spoken about it. Day off bridge, says D. Hopkins. Robert, thank you very much for your chat. Love you, Mark, says Ayush. Love you right back. Have you ever taken dividends out of the United Stand, says D. Coulter. Yeah. Drawty's always saying to me, I need a new Mac. The graphics, they're going to all fall around, it's all going to fall apart in a minute. The green screen's got a hole in it. You're going to be sat there doing it off your Nokia phone in a bit. And I'm like, I don't care. I've got to take my dividends out. Got to get my dividends out. One thing you need to focus on in life is the good. And we've got a really good community that's very focused on very passionate about what's important to them, very passionate about their opinions. And it's never hateful. I've got no hate or bad feeling towards any footballer, let alone a United player. But when it comes to Manchester United, I'm passionate about us being successful. And that's just what I am. In relation to Ronaldo, I cannot believe for the life of me that he's told the club he wants to go without having a club lined up. And if he has done that, I think he's done it to give the club a kick up the arse. I still firmly believe, and I've been saying it for weeks, so nobody can say I'm making this up. I always have firmly believed that Ronaldo has done this because he's fed up. He's pissed off with the lack of signings and the lack of ambition. Remember what was said last week. George Mendes and Ronaldo are very impressed with Richard Arnold's attempts to get them to stay at the club. I think we're moving towards Ronaldo staying. I can't put a percentage on it. I'm probably only 50-50, but I wasn't there last week. I think we're moving towards a chance that Ronaldo's going to stay. And I think the reason he's going to stay is because of the efforts the club are making to be ambitious. And to be fair, Martinez, Christian Eriksen and Frenkie de Jong are a good start. If we get Anthony as well, I don't think Ronaldo can really moan apart from another midfielder. So let's see what happens with Ronaldo. But I will say this, and I tweeted it earlier. For all those people who are saying, get out of my club, Ronaldo, for wanting to go, he wants to go because we're not ambitious, which is something all of you have said. So I'm a little confused why you want him out of the club because he wants us to be ambitious, because you want us to be ambitious. The second thing I would say is you're all desperate for Frenkie de Jong to sign, who doesn't even want to be here and he's never played here. Ronaldo is a legend here and also wants to leave because we're not where we should be. So, you know what I say? Screw your head on. I want Ronaldo to stay and I want de Jong to come because they're both better than most of the squad players we've got, and I want us to be successful. And as much as I quite like the idea of some young player who's playing for the badge, Scott McTominay plays for the badge. He's nowhere near as good as Frenkie de Jong, who doesn't want to be here. Do I want to stick with McTominay just because he wants to play for the badge and say no to Frenkie de Jong just because he doesn't? No. I want de Jong to come to this club, realise what a great club we are, what an amazing support we are, and fall in love with it. I want to convince de Jong. I want him here because he's better than everything we've got. And I want Ronaldo to stay because, yes, he's ambitious and he wants to win things elsewhere, but he's also our best player. And if we can make him stay and make him happy to stay, we'll be a better team for it. Yeah, it's a little bit unideal. I'd love these players to be in love with United and desperate to come here. But we are a club on our knees. We are at the bottom of a shit barrel. And you are not going to get the Kimmiches or the Mbappes or the Haalands at the moment. And De Jong's in that category. And Ronaldo's in that category. And if we can keep that quality of player or get that quality of player at the club and they're unsure about being here, it's our job and Ten Hag's job to make sure that they want to be here. In an idealistic world, it's great to have McTominays and Freds and Maguires and Rashfords and because they want to be here. But are they as good as De Jong and Ronaldo? Does Pep Guardiola fill his team with, clones of Mika Richards who love the club and want to play for the shirt? Or does he go and buy Cancelos and De Bruyne's? Passion merchants won't win you the league. Passion merchants won't get you in the top 4. Passion merchants have their place in a squad, but we need actual talent. I don't want Ronaldo to go because he's our best player. I want De Jong to come whether he wants to come or not because he'll probably be one of our best players. But, that's just how I feel. How you feel.